the end of every great war, there is a final battle. A single defining confrontation that encapsulates the struggle, the stakes, and the philosophy of the entire conflict. In the world of EnesBRT, a land where weapons are religion, that final battle is against him. But what or who is Lunarclop? Is he just another giant monster? Or is he something far more significant? This is a needed essay on Stickwar's final boss, and its ultimate narrative and thematic culmination of Stickwarsaga. To truly understand Lunarclop is to understand the very soul of EnesBRT's conflict. The world of Stickwar is one of perpetual war. From the very beginning, the player is thrust into the role of the leader of the Order Empire, a nation forced to conquer its neighbors to unite them against a world where violent proselytization is the norm. But this endless cycle of war didn't begin with mortals. To find its origin, we must go back to the beginning, to a lonely and powerful deity known as V. In an attempt to cure his loneliness, V created the world of EnesBRT and his first children, the elements of water and earth. But his creations were flawed. They bickered and quarreled, plunging the new world into civil war. In response, V did not create a force of peace or reason. Instead, he reached into himself and created a new element, explicitly fueled by V's hatred and deepest resentment, fire. This divine malice was given form, and from it, the primary antagonist of the entire series, the Chaos Empire, were born. This is the foundational truth of EnesBRT. The greatest evil in the world was not a rebellion against God, but a direct product of God's own negative emotion. For a time, the Chaos Empire was led by the fearsome Medusa, but her defeat at the end of Stickwar 2 left a power vacuum, paving the way for the events of Stickwarsaga. The player's journey across the campaign is a long and arduous one, facing the remnants of splintered empires and rebellious generals. The final leg of this journey leads to the Border Flame, a territory controlled by the formidable General Ratnar. After a climactic battle, Ratnar is defeated, but his defeat is not the end. It is an introduction. In a shocking twist of events, from the sky itself, a new threat emerges. An entity of cosmic proportions that makes even Griffon the Great look insignificant. He is the true final boss of Stickwarsaga. So where did this colossal creature come from? He appears after the leader of the Fire Tribe is defeated, yet he seems disconnected from them. The game's lore and prevailing community theories point to a chilling conclusion. Lunarclop is another direct creation of the god V. Evidence for this is found in a poem from V's perspective, discovered after the battle, connecting Lunarclop directly to the deity. This reframes his entire existence. Remember how V created the fire elementals from his hatred? Lunarclop is the next and perhaps ultimate embodiment of that divine malice. He isn't just a powerful beast aligned with chaos. He may very well be the pure essence of chaos that underpins the entire empire. This elevates the final confrontation immensely. The player is not simply fighting another monster. They are fighting a living consequence of divine imperfection, a struggle against the primordial hatred woven into the very fabric of EnesBRT. This profound, almost cosmic horror of an origin is perfectly mirrored in his visual design. His very name, a combination of lunar and cyclops, tells you his defining features, a connection to the moon and a single prominent eye. His sheer scale is meticulously crafted to be imposing.
Player.
Observations consistently note that figures like Griffon the Great are really small next to Lunarclop. He is described as huge and colossal. This design also represents a deliberate aesthetic shift for the series. Some players have described the newer character models in Stickwar 3 as looking uncanny and weird. Lunarclop is the pinnacle of this uncanny valley. He is unsettling, monstrous, and distinctly non-human, a stark departure from the simpler stick figures of the past. But this isn't a flaw, it's a feature. The uncanny design accentuates his origin as a creature born from a god's rage. It creates a visible sense of dread and finality, perfectly suited for the game's ultimate antagonist. But a great boss is more than just compelling lore and intimidating design. It's the fight itself. At first glance, the challenge seems insurmountable. Lunarclop commands a formidable arsenal of attacks. His signature attack is a devastating laser beam that cuts enemies in half, capable of wiping out 50% of a unit's health with a single hit. He disrupts your entire army with crowd control, able to constantly stun you because of his flashbangs and stun on step, shattering your formations and cohesion. He summons hordes of deads to the battlefield, forcing you to divide your attention or be overwhelmed. And to withstand your assault, he possesses a ton of health, estimated at 10,000 hit points or more. It seems like a battle of pure attrition, a simple test of overwhelming force. But this is where the genius of his design is truly revealed. Lunarclop has one crucial, reality-altering weakness. The boss never turns around. The winning strategy becomes clear. You must exploit this positional vulnerability. Your ranged archidons, which would be annihilated by his frontal beam, can be positioned safely behind him to deliver continuous, unimpeded damage. Your durable speartons can be sent to his feet to tank his Thompson melee attacks, drawing his attention while taking minimal damage. Meanwhile, high damage units like swordwrath are tasked with minion management, clearing the summoned zombies to keep your primary damage dealers focused on the boss. So, we return to our initial question. What is Lunarclop? He is far more than a final boss. He is the ultimate test in a game series that proudly calls itself Stickwar. The war against him is not won by the player with the biggest army, but by the player with the smartest one. He represents the narrative climax of the saga, a final, violent confrontation with the primordial divine hatred that spawned the world's central conflict in the first place. His unsettling design is a deliberate and masterful shift in the series' art style, enhancing his thematic weight and creating a truly memorable adversary. And, most importantly, his gameplay is a masterclass in boss design. He presents as an overwhelming, unbeatable force, yet holds within him a simple, elegant weakness that redefines the entire battle. Lunarclop is not just an obstacle, he is the final exam. His defeat isn't just a victory. It's a testament to the player's journey from leading a small nation to becoming a true master of strategy. He solidifies Stickwar identity and ensures his place as a memorable and impactful figure in the franchise.
The story of EnesBRT is far from over. Developers have suggested that future campaigns and even a novel will explore the consequences of this battle and the discovery of the god V. But what are your thoughts on Lunarclop? Do you agree with this analysis? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and clicking on that notification bell for more videos like this. A special thank you to my wonderful channel members for making this video possible. Until next time, keep conquering!